Live life louder.
Good morning, Lyra.
Good morning to you guys.
It's lovely to see you. How are you?
I'm grand. I'm keeping really well, keeping busy, keeping healthy, so I can't complain really.
Okay, yeah, that's top of everyone's list now. How are you? I'm healthy, thank God.
I don't have the cough.
We're all terrified to get a cough because people are like, get out, get away from me.
I know.
So you've been all right the last few months?
I've been, trying to keep as busy as I can in the situation that we're in, and just writing away at home, doing virtual tours in America, which was so weird but so cool. So that's what I've been doing anyway.
So are you at home in Cork now, Lyra? You're not in
I
London?
am. I'm back in Cork. I had to come back for a bit. I needed my own bed and a good cup of brew from the mam. But I do have to be on my own for 2 weeks, so that's a bit grim. But at least I can talk to you guys, see some faces,
Oh, that's sweet. We'll be your company. Congrats on the new single. We love it.
Thank you so much. I love it too.
It was specially chosen by a Dutch company called Van Moof to feature on their ad. But Lyra, the ad has now been banned. Talk to us. What's going on?
I know, yeah. It was banned in France, so I think maybe it's just too hot to handle or something. I'm not too sure what was going on. But I got the news, all right, and they were like, sure, look, bad publicity is better than no publicity, just roll with it. I was like, yeah, each to their own, sure. It's still out there.
Why would they ban it? What's in the ad?
It's about a new e-bike, and they're trying to basically get people to move over from driving cars to this bike to be more environmentally friendly. And I think the car manufacturers in France just said that they didn't want to broadcast it. So.
Oh, wow. So you're involved in some sort of political storm with the energy companies, with the car companies.
I'm like, at least give me one of the feckin' bikes.
I want a Van Moof bike.
It seems quite often that your music ends up on TV shows or in commercials, which is brilliant. When you're making the songs, do you do that with in mind going, oh, now this one will be good for the Van Moof lads with their e-bikes? Or do people just love your songs and they want to use them creatively in TV and in commercials?
Yeah, I haven't written any songs that have been placed that I've directly written it for that placement. I do sometimes get like companies email me and say, we need something that's the standard one they come to me for is like Game of Thrones mixed with Hunger Games. Can you write us something? And I'm like, your girl. And on my day off, I'm like literally turning into Game of Thrones, like, going wild like Banshee in my room. So I do it sometimes, but like I don't actually write my songs especially for that.
Well, if you ever need any Game of Thrones kind of inspired costumes, Oonagh has a rake of coats that
I like
that would look like they'd be on Jon Snow.
I mean, and if you had a Jon Snow flying around, fling him over too.
Yeah, you can have my Jon Snow, actually. You can have him. But Lyra, if you could be in any ad, if your song could feature, what ad would you choose? Any ad at all?
That is a very good question. What would I be in? I think I'd probably go for something like a Boots ad. I know that sounds so generic, but they always do great ads. They're always very uplifting. They always have great positive messages for them. They're always quite female empowered, the kind of ads that I look at. And I'm like, hail to the women. I obviously would have said Guinness, but I did have a Guinness one already. So I'm going with the other one.
Oh, wow.
Otherwise, I'd have been Guinness, take.
You'd be a Beamish girl now coming from Cork or Murphy.
Oh, I know. I should really get into the Murphys. I'm letting the side down, aren't I? But I'm a Guinness girl, true and true. I mean, I'm rank on a first date. They're literally like, what would you like to drink? G&T? And I'm like, a Guinness. And they're like, holy Moses, Farty McCarthy.
Oh, it's better out than in, Lyra. Better out than in.
I know.
Now, talk to us about Irish Women in Harmony. You were part of that.
Yeah.
How special was
it? That was the most special thing I've ever done. It's like one on my massive like tick list. First of all the girls are amazing. Ruth Ann is a powerhouse for putting the whole thing together. I love that we're all females coming together, empowering each other and showing that we're a unit, that we're not all against each other in this music industry. We have a lot of love for each other. We have a lot of different talents, and we want each other to do very well. And then on top of it, for it to be all for Safe Ireland and raise as much money as we did was like just the icing on the cake, you know, being able to help women in Ireland that don't have voices, are scared to use their voices. So we all came together, the whole lot of us, using our voices to kind of make them be heard. And I love the girls. We're all like sisters now. We've like a WhatsApp group. We've like flinging in messages left, right and centre, giving each other advice, you know. So it is, as they're saying, like it is more than a song. It is a massive movement for us, and we're still in the charts, and we're really getting women on the radio, which is fantastic. So, I mean, I'm honoured to be a part of it, because they could have been like, let's not ask you on there, the whaler. So I'm delighted that they asked me.
Wouldn't it be terrible to be left out of it? Because there's literally, how many of you on it? 40 odd? Yeah.
There's over 20 singers. And then there's the female Irish musicians as well. So there's loads of us.
Yeah, well, more power to you, and the money keeps rolling in as well, which is brilliant.
Exactly.
And we hope that there will be more from Women in Harmony.
Yes, I've got an email about there possibly being an album coming out of us in a few days. So that would be awesome. I think there's a few things in motion. You know, there's been a lot of demand for it. After the Late Late Show and the girls speaking as well as they did, it got like a whole new wave of life. So, you know, we might as well ride it while we can.
I'm wondering, when we get back to some sort of normality in the future, if like Women in Harmony could go on the road on these like mass tours, 40 of you on stage in stadiums or big venues around the world.
I mean, believe me, we've also talked about that. Like, we've talked about everything. Like, we're literally like, could you imagine over 20 women in one WhatsApp group? There is not anything that we don't talk about. It's literally like you wake up and it's like 120 messages and you're like, hang on, I need to go through the girls' messages, and you're like flicking through it for days. So believe me, we have a lot of things in the pipeline. So fingers crossed they'll all go through.
I'd be tempted to ask you, Lyra, to take out the phone now and read the last 5 messages, but would that be safe to do so?
And girl code, we won't share our messages.
Don't break the girl code. Thanks for joining us, and good luck with the new single, New Day.
Thanks a million for having me. Thank you.
Here we go.
Music, lifestyle,
Entertainment.
news, sports.
iRadio. Live life louder.